Welcome back to another podcast with Mr. Hagan. On this podcast, we continue looking at the long-run aggregate supply curve. Actually, let's just kind of back up and think what we've done in the last few podcasts. What we've said is, if I can back it up here, what we've said is that we can... the process that we're going through here is a lot like the supply and demand curves that we did on previous videos. It's not the same. Aggregate demand, aggregate supply is not the same as supply and demand, but the process is the same, and that is this. We moved along the aggregate demand curve when there was a change in the price level, and then we had all these things that shifted the aggregate demand curve. And we said the things that shift the aggregate demand curve were the same things that shift the aggregate expenditure curve, so I don't have to go through all of those. They're all on previous videos. If you go through the aggregate expenditure videos, you would see all the things that shift aggregate expenditure up will shift aggregate demand to the right. All the things that shift aggregate expenditures down will shift aggregate demand to the left. So we moved along the aggregate demand curve, we shifted the aggregate demand curve, then we move along the long-run aggregate supply curve, and we said, moving along, is that really what we want to call it? I'm not sure what else to say, but when you get a change in the price level, it really does not change the real gross domestic product. We called that classical dichotomy monetary neutrality. So we move along aggregate demand, shift aggregate demand. We move along long-run aggregate supply. Now we have to shift the long-run aggregate supply. And again, like I said, with the determinants for aggregate demand, you might want to pause the video here and just write these down. But they're really nothing new, because all these determinants, we have labor, capital, land, entrepreneurial skills, technology. These are just all the same determinants as we did for the production possibilities curve. So if you go back and review the videos on the production possibilities model, you'll find that it's the same stuff. It's the same determinants. Okay, so it's really nothing new. So all we would say is anything that caused the production possibilities curve to shift out to the right, anything that did that will cause the long-run aggregate supply curve to shift to the right. So that's pretty straightforward. And anything that caused the production possibilities curve to shift into the left, that will cause the long-run aggregate supply curve to shift into the left. So that's it. That's the concept. So we really don't need to spend a lot of time on this. These are all the same things as would shift that long-run aggregate supply curve. They're all the same things. So if we get, they're all the same things that would shift the production possibilities curve, which of course also means that they would shift the long-run aggregate supply curve. So if you get an increase in land for some reason, long-run aggregate supply shifts to the right. If you get a decrease in capital, long-run aggregate supply would shift into the left. If you get an increase in technology, long-run aggregate supply curve would shift out to the right. If you get a decrease in labor, long-run aggregate supply would shift into the left. So it's all the same shifts as the production possibilities curve. All right, I'm going to stop there, and on a future video we will put together the long-run aggregate supply and aggregate demand onto one graph, and we'll actually start working with this model. This has been another podcast with Mr. Hagan. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next podcast.